time here is 1:30, so it's the morning at home. We are on our way to Abu Dhabi. We've changed hire cars, and it is quite the downgrade from the Mercedes that we were in, but now we're winding up our time in Dubai and finishing up with this car. I've not broadcasted at this time of day before, so I thought what I'll do is if anyone wants to watch, and I'll just show you what we can see once again as we sort of leave Dubai, aim for Abu Dhabi. So I'll flip the camera around. Not really expecting anyone to be online. There's no one on yet. I guess it is, what, 10 o'clock on a Monday morning? Oh, there's a few people there now. Always takes a while for the camera to catch up. Let us know what you're up to. Mrs. Geoff is monitoring comments or trying in the sunshine.
Can't say anything.
Some RE lesson today for the kids. We're on our way down to Abu Dhabi to go and visit the incredible mosque. And switched cars. If you just joined, you didn't hear me explain that, but the Mercedes G has gone back. Send us some sunshine, please. Yeah. I gather, how is the UK? It's so funny having like no power compared to the Mercedes. Like when you move lanes in that Mercedes, it just goes. This is rubbish by comparison. We are now in a Camaro, which is cheaper than the Mercedes. Looks like great weather there. It is. The weather is good. Morning, people. We're on this road for a mile, and then we're heading out of Dubai, which we haven't done yet. So I think from a broadcast point of view, that could be quite interesting. So I don't know what the roads are going to look like, so I just thought, well, we're rolling along, so might as well roll camera. And there you go, someone just said, finally caught a Geoff live. But that's what I thought. Like, if we broadcast at different times of day, different people get to see different things. Nerd in Motion says, it's fog. Just fog at home. Right, Al Talia Street, that is the way we're going. So we're coming off here. It's quite a noisy Toyota Cruiser about to come past us on the left. Yeah, that's a bit meaty. What have we seen today? We've seen 2 Hummers today, that was quite exciting. But we've basically all agreed now that we're kind of burnt out on all the cars now, like nothing's impressive anymore. Like I filmed a red Lamborghini earlier on, and Mrs. Geoff just said, haven't you seen them all now? And we are getting to that stage. So you can understand why the people of Dubai have to go always the next level. Right, we want the D59, which is that left. So you can understand, like, it's more, honestly, I'd be more excited now to see an old Volvo or an old Mercedes, just because we've seen all the Lamborghinis, we've seen all the Ferraris, or even like just some older cool cars, you know, some Jag XJS's, or a supercar from the old days, an older Ferrari, an F355 or something like that. But everything's new, and you know how I feel about the new stuff. So yeah, we're a little bit burnt out. I don't know what those satellite dishes are up ahead. See that, boys?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Maybe that's where the people of Dubai communicate with aliens. The ones who run.
Fuel do we have?
The ones who run the world. How much fuel do we have? We have a full tank. Small Geoff gets worried because we once ran out of fuel, didn't we? You're always worried about the amount of fuel that we have in a car. How many times have we actually run out of fuel? I think it's just once, isn't it, in the Smithy car? Because the Smithy, although it didn't work, did it? The fuel gauge. And I've run out of petrol twice, but you guys weren't with me. Someone says, what was that comment there? You. I'm trying to read it. Chilly here in Cornwall, the sunshine there. Enjoy your holes. Do you come across many or any classic British cars from the 50s or 60s? I've hardly seen any. I've got videos scheduled, so I'm about 4 days ahead in my editing, which is very unlike me. But there is a video coming up when I managed to find an old Rolls Royce, and I think it's a Cobra replica, and a Dodge Viper, and some cool classic stuff. But from now on, I probably won't do any more filming of the exotic cars, but I'll try and document some classics, because I know there are places where you can go and see classics. So yeah, yesterday we went up the Burj Khalifa in the morning, and then on the way back I tried to go to a dealership called Exotic Cars, but I put the wrong thing in my map, and we ended up going to the Exotic Cars body shop, which was on like a back street. But I think that kind of made it better because it was cars that are like half repaired, and there was some pretty special Lamborghinis there, but there was some cool stuff as well, some old Rolls Royces, old Rolls Royce convertibles, which was nice to see. Someone said, what banger are we in today? We have given the Mercedes back, and this is a Camaro, which is, although it's a convertible and it looks cool, it's quite a significant downgrade. The quality of the car is naff, the gearbox is pretty naff, the engine just feels like it's got no poke. When I go to move out, it doesn't really downshift. It's a downgrade in every way from the aesthetics, in that it's a bright blue metallic convertible, so it looks quite cool. But what do you guys all think? Big Geoff says he doesn't like it. Small Geoff says he preferred the Charger. So we all had a chat in the car earlier about which of the hire cars we preferred, and it was a pretty even split, but on voting, both Small Geoff and myself went for the Charger. Big Geoff liked the Mercedes, and Mrs. Geoff was a fan of the Porsche. So if you're going to do it diplomatically, then the Charger is the winner. I really bonded with that car, more than this one. I literally jumped in this one straight away and was like, oh, this is not as good. So yeah, that's that really. Hello everybody. Oh, there's a van trying to undertake me here. So what's are we in here? The car doesn't tell me. Yeah, the Mercedes was just a superior machine, but then again, a Mercedes is always going to be better quality than a Chevrolet, isn't it? But yeah, the difference is quite stark when you go from an AE35 AMG to a Camaro. I'm driving a Camaro. I suspect it's a V6. Let me give it a little rev. You can't rev it past 4,000. It's got a limiter on it. So yeah, it doesn't sound very good. I'll try and do a launch and see if that helps.
No, I have no seatbelt on.
You have got seatbelt on?
I don't.
Okay, you're just a bit broken. But I'm just going to see if it actually accelerates.
I don't think it's going to be that fast.
Right, you ready? I'm going to floor it. No.
That's terrible.
Yeah, not a lot happening. So basically it's all show and no go, but we're calling it Blue Bumblebee because it looks a little bit like the...
No.
Is Bumblebee a Camaro, or is Bumblebee a...
Bumblebee's a Dodge Charger.
It's not a Charger because the Charger's full.
Then he's a Challenger.
Challenger? Yeah, I think he might be a Challenger at some point, but I feel like...
He's either a Challenger or a Mustang.
I think he's a Camaro.
No, it's not a Camaro.
Mrs. G, can you Google it? What car is Bumblebee?
He's loads of cars though.
Bumblebee,
he was a Beetle. Then
he was a Beetle, yeah.
In the new one, he's an off-road. In the new one, he's also a Porsche. No, not Porsche. He is a what's it called?
Camaro.
Chevrolet Camaro.
There's a Camaro. So we are right. We're in Bumblebee. Told you. Everyone's in the comments being like, it's a Camaro.
Bumblebee should not be a Camaro.
But Bumblebee was always a Camaro. That's the thing. Yeah, the Transformers series came out a long time ago. So traditionally, 5th generation Camaro. Thank you very much. There you go. I mean, that's the other thing as well. Like, there's been so many generations of Camaro. Yeah, and this is, I don't know. It's this is like a traditional hire car. It's just a bit cheap. All feels a bit cheap. Right, we're joining the Sheikh Zayed Road towards Abu Dhabi, which is over there. So we're going the E11. So if you can see the road sign as we go under it, see the white bit with the blue at the top? That's where it tells you the road that you're on. But I feel like they're more interested in having the eagle and the design than actually telling you which way to go. This car is naff. So we are going... Hey? Swap it. So I text him and say, this Camaro is rubbish, what else have you got?
Yeah.
It doesn't accelerate.
I'm thinking we've got 2 more days here.
Yeah, because I booked this for 3 days.
Let's see if
I really wanted to shut the roof.
So we had this car delivered to the hotel because I basically, you'll see, I don't know if that video's already gone out, but you'll see that I waste hours of my life trying to get back to swap the Porsche for the AMG. So this time, let's get past this stinky diesel. I just had the car delivered, and the guy, when he arrived, couldn't believe swapping an AMG Mercedes for a Camaro. Even he was like, this is a terrible downgrade.
Let's get the, can we get the Mercedes back?
Get the Mercedes back?
Yeah.
I'll lose my licence if I get that back. It was just a better car though, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
work. What do you think we should hire, ladies and gentlemen? We've got 2 more days in Dubai before we fly to Sri Lanka, where everything will get cheaper. What would you like to see on the channel? Let me know in the comments what you think we should get if we give the Camaro back, because nobody likes it. About like a Land Cruiser or something. I mean, we don't essentially need a car. Get a big 3-row SUV. I like that suggestion. Get like a great big Nissan Patrol or something. The only problem with those is because they're 3-row and they can fit more people in, they're a lot more expensive. So join in. Yeah, it's interesting. We're a little bit out of Dubai. Notice the lack of buildings around us now.
Yeah.
Nissan GTR, somebody says. I haven't actually seen one of those for hire. That could work though, because they are. It's got 4 seats. So, try not to get caught speeding here.
It isn't possible to get caught speeding in this car.
It's not possible to get caught speeding in this car. I bet I could manage it. Yeah, so I paid my speeding fines. MG GT, that's actually a good shout. Mustang. Have you seen any old Volvos?
I'd like a Mustang.
Mrs. Geoff says she's like a Mustang. We're going to E11 South.
Sandra says 42 miles.
Yeah, we'll just stay on this for 42 miles. That was a Peugeot that just went past the front. A small number of Peugeots. Right, so put my foot down.
No, just leave me scared now.
No, but it takes forever. Like, there's a massive delay between putting my foot down and it doing anything. Someone says a Cadillac. I'd like that.
Daddy,
Yeah?
hurry the roof down.
You mean on? Do you want the roof down or up? Do you want the roof up?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see how we go. We'll see if we can... Let's get a
It's
bit
not freezing cold and I'm trying to sleep.
cold.
No, you're not trying to sleep.
Are there any windows in the back we can put up? Boys, have you got any windows in the back?
No.
Make it less blowy. Yeah, I don't know what all these buttons do. Get a Tahoe or a Navigator or a Ferrari. You can struggle with Ferraris, it's none of them are 4-seat. There you go, on the left there's an older BMW E46, first one we've seen while we've been out here. So, basically we're on this road for 41 miles. So that's interesting. Another AMG G-Wagon coming up on the left in a minute. Audi RS6, that would be quite a good shout. But I'm trying to get out of Dubai without having too many speed fines. I've already paid hundreds of pounds in speeding fines. Apparently I've got some more on the way. Get a Brabus.
You've got more on the way.
No, I'm waiting to find out. I can't do, because after we got that speeding ticket, I slowed down massively. I stopped being silly.
I don't think you did.
You don't think I did? You don't think I slowed down? Coming up in there's a video that I filmed after we went to the Burj Khalifa. We did some car spotting and there was an incredible Brabus in the car park of the Burj Khalifa. It's called a Brabus 550. It's an S-Class and they were more than £500,000 when they were new. So you'll see that in an upcoming video. That's one of my favourite cars that we've seen out here. Actually turned out, when I was editing the video, I realised that it's called a gold edition. So it was like a flat matte gold, which sounds terrible but looks fantastic. So that was yeah, that's one of my favourites that we've spotted whilst we've been out and about. Hummer, rent a Hummer. A Hummer would be cool. I think you don't want anything that's too big though, because when you are driving around Dubai it's difficult. So that's why I like the Mercedes, because it's just so zippy in traffic. Fiat Panda, you should keep your licence intact. You know what, Fiat Panda with this Nissan Patrols that just went past on the left. I'll try and zoom the camera in a little bit, see if I can turn it around over the other side on this 3-lane highway. Is that a bit better? You can see the cars a bit better now. Reliant Robin, haven't seen one. Hardly seen anything British. I mean, there's a few Czechs, there's a few MGs, but it's predominantly American stuff, like this GMC that's going past now, fully loaded. Hey Geoff, you made a live one. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Do click the like button if you are watching live. As I say, I just thought we'd broadcast at a different time of day to usual and see if we can catch people who aren't normally online. Hopefully the broadcast is good, hopefully the quality's okay, picture and sound is all alright for you. We're out to Abu Dhabi if you've just joined us. and we've swapped our Mercedes AMG for a Camaro, which none of us like. It's rough. We've been spoiled by the AMG. That was a proper car, that was. I was very, very impressed with it, which you'll see in my future videos. Land Rover, someone said. I haven't seen any Land Rovers for hire. There's a lot of new Defenders out here. I think the new Defender is a bit of a status thing. And again, you'll see on my Burj Khalifa video, I filmed 6 or 7 Defenders in the underground car park. White Nissan seat for the Dubai experience. Yeah, that'd be cool. You don't really see older cars though, which is why I get so excited when we do see older and more interesting vehicles. So we're headed out, I guess we're going out through the desert where there's a lot less stuff from Dubai to Abu Dhabi. We've got 37 miles to go on this road. There's another Nismo Nissan Patrol. So as we get out by, in theory, the car spotting should get less interesting, but the scenery should get more interesting. That's my thinking anyway. We're already seeing a lot less of your rented Lamborghinis, Ferraris, etc, etc. So, yeah, a lot of Range Rovers in Dubai. Another Range Rover coming past in a moment. Geoff, are you going to Ferrari World? No, we're not actually. We're going to the mosque. We're having an additional visit to the mosque. We've swerved for Ferrari World. Basically, everything in Dubai costs 200 quid. You want to go to an aquarium? It's 200 quid. You want to go to the Burj Khalifa? It's 200 quid. You want to go to a water park? It's 200 quid. You want to go for a night out and drink a load of beer and listen to some music? It's 200 quid. So, we're not doing Ferrari World. We're doing an aqua park tomorrow. And that'll be our last thing. Mrs. Geoff right now is giving us some flights to Sri Lanka, and things will get a lot cheaper. So in Sri Lanka you can get 2 weeks accommodation for what it costs you to do 3 nights in Dubai. But obviously it's Dubai, isn't it? You kind of got to embrace it for what it is. It is crazy, it is extravagant, it is over the top, and it absolutely is a 15-minute city. But for the moment, I'll put the roof up in a minute. For the moment, it's a great place to visit, especially if you're into cars, which I am, obviously, and I know all you lot are as well, because you watch my channel. Truck full of Toyotas, going past. Right, we're going to pull over and get the roof on. Should have done that at that station, really, but let's see where we can do it. Maybach S-Class coming back on the left. Didn't quite see it, because it was shielded by that. See where it's like safe to do so. I've got in there really, but I don't want to get stuck in the gravel. Right, roof going on, kids. Roof button, roof button, roof button, roof button, roof button, roof button. Where's the roof button? Button for the roof. Up there, maybe? There. Keep your head down. Roof's going on. I'm going to hate this car even more with the roof on. Even less visibility. Right, windows going up. Okay, we're good.
Back windows, they're still on.
How do you put those back ones up then?
Don't know. Maybe keep press button. Maybe.
Are you sure you haven't got a button back there?
No, there's no button.
Well, there's no button here either though.
I don't think the roof's shut completely. It's because there's still holes and stuff.
Maybe it's that button? No? It's not giving me any warning, so the roof is on. There must be somewhere. You must have a button in there. You honestly not got a button there?
Where would the button be?
Just somewhere in the side. Shall I pull over again?
There is no button.
No button. Right, we're pulling over again. See if we can work out how to get the back windows up on this rubbish Camaro. Right, I'm stopped. Let me put it in park. Try that. No? Right. Wow, you really haven't got any butter here. Rear. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Is it happening? Why does it say this car has Wi-Fi? Shazam.
That is.
Shazam!
There you go. I worked it out.
What'd you do?
Is yours up, Alps?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That is the most ridiculous system. I have to click a button to put it onto rear mode so that I can put your windows up. Why would it just have a button for your windows? Okay. Right. I'm going to flip the camera back around. We've got more people watching. Do you want to see us or do you want to see the road?
Still slow.
It is, isn't it? It makes a lot of noise, but it doesn't actually go anywhere. Cool. Right, how are we doing, everybody? If you just joined us, then that was probably quite confusing. But we are on our way to Abu Dhabi to go and see the mosque. We're in a Camaro, which is rubbish, none of us like, and we need to swap it for something better. Everyone seems to agree. Right, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see the road, and I'll show you what we're doing. We'll do some commentating on some of the cars that are going past. We'll try and pick up some comments as we go. We've got 30 miles on this road. Seatbelts on, kids, please. They have got the seatbelts on, to be fair.
Mine doesn't work.
But one seatbelt is broken, which is a bit naff for a hire car, so it's not recoiling properly. So they do have seatbelts on.
You can sign up to that now.
Yeah, we can say that's a hire car. Actually, that would be a good reason to get rid of the car, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
At least can we have a different car because the seatbelts don't work. I like that. And we'll see what they've got. So, right, there we go. Camera is now positioned. What's this on the right? Some sort of Dubai parks. That's not out towards Legoland, is it? Yeah, that's where the Legoland was, out that way. That's where we got caught speeding. I caught speeding. Get something bigger, says one of the comments. Should we phone them up and say, can I have your biggest car, please?
They'd probably give you a Cybertruck.
Tell you what, there's a lot of wind noise from this car.
And it's not even fast.
And I can't actually get my window down now that your window. Yeah. That is a really stupid system, isn't it? Okay, we don't like that. You could hire a Jayco J7. It'd be fun to hire something that we don't get in the UK, so maybe we can have a look at that. Cybertruck, it says Big Geoff in the back. Going past that truck full of Toyota pickups. Obviously that's off into the desert, because that's where Toyota pickups go. Yeah, or the MG7, if you haven't seen an MG7, then check it out, have a little Google. It's actually quite a good looking MG that we get here. Mrs. Geoff needs to charge her phone, so I think what we might do is, yeah, pull that out, because we know where we're going anyway. So you can charge off that. And
we can try put a song on that.
Try put a song on. I don't think you can put a song on whilst broadcasting. Dodge Challenger coming past on the left in a minute.
When the broadcast is over.
Yeah, well, we'll just broadcast for another 5 minutes. We'll get it to half an hour, and then I think people will be bored by then. So there goes the Challenger.
We still should have got that.
Do you think?
Bumblebee would be way better by being a Challenger.
It does sound good, that. I don't know if you could. I don't know if you can hear that. Hire the largest car possible. Yeah. It's got to be something oddball, hasn't it, for the channel? I did feel like with the AMG, I was kind of going against the grain as to what Geoff buys cars all about. The Camaro is more of a Geoff car, I have to admit. It's definitely more Geoff than the AMG Mercedes, but it is rubbish. Yeah, small Geoff, you're right. VXR Land Cruiser going past on the left. What was that comment say? Missed that one. Does it cost 200 as well to see the mosque? I think the mosque is free. I hope the mosque is free, because we're running out of pocket money. Yeah, we had a night out last night at a bar.
With basically a private singer.
With basically a private singer, yeah. So we went to this bar and there was a guy singing, but the bar was laid out really strange. So he was singing in the area that we're sat, and we basically made friends with him, and he was doing requests. So yes, our bar tab was quite significant, but we basically had an evening with a private singer who was singing all of the songs that we wanted to hear. So small Geoff was making requests, and Mrs. Geoff and I were making requests, and it was a genuinely very good night.
You were putting with Death Cabin, Jimmy Ball.
Yeah, so the guy that was singing was about my age, and he was a fan of Jimmy Eat World and Death Cab for Cutie. So fine. Yeah, I don't know why the internet. Fine. Yeah, I don't know why the internet's dropped out there as we go further off. Apparently there's 189 people still watching. Do leave us a comment if you're there. Do hit the like button if you've been enjoying some of our Dubai content.
And please consider subscribing.
And please consider subscribing. Yeah, the map's gone off, but we're on here for like 4 miles, so it's fine. We can put the maps back on in a minute. Let us know if you're still there. We lost about 40 people there when it came off. Oh, that car's lost a tyre completely.
What?
Yeah, dead strange. Some comments coming in. Still here. Also found the other day, what was that one? That the MG GT you saw looked like a Merc. It's called the MG5 overseas. Oh right, I didn't realise that. But I thought the MG5 wasn't that the first one they launched? It's like a saloon car. Yet another AMG 63 passed. We've just seen so many of those. As I say, it does seem to be like the official car of Dubai. Here's something nice going past. I think that's a Lincoln Continental. Now, we never see those in the UK, so that's cool to see. Geoff, really enjoying your Dubai content. Thank you very much for that. I know you've been dropping subscribers, but at the end of the day, this is what we're doing, and I wanted to share it with you. I was looking through the analytics on our live feeds, and we're definitely down some subscribers, but what's really nice is the people that are enjoying the content are really enjoying it. Glade going past, they are huge. And it's really nice reading all of your comments. I've had some, the views are lower, but I feel like the quality of the views is higher, if that makes sense. So I've had some really lovely comments from people saying that, maybe they've gone on holiday or they're stuck at home and that they're really enjoying seeing the variety of content. And that's really nice. I like that. I appreciate that someone commented this morning saying they were disappointed that they hadn't yet seen Mrs. Geoff in a bikini. Well, today it's more likely that we'll see Mrs. Geoff in a burqa, but maybe we can make that happen at some point in the future. Mrs. Geoff isn't completely comfortable being on camera, so you don't see her too much on the live feeds, but I feel like she really adds something when she is on camera. It's that basically they launch each boat at different times, and it's not technically possible to catch the boat in front, but if you're a good boat driver and you can take the racing lines and the people in front of you are not so good, then you catch them. And I managed to catch Mrs. Geoff and small Geoff, who were on the boat.
Hey, not me.
Big Geoff, sorry. Internet's dropping in and out. Got a really funny video going out tonight, which is us at the bar. If you saw my drunken live broadcast a few nights ago, it was from that day. So that's very amusing. And that's us seeing if we can order a Casio watch direct to the bar. And it's just a very funny video because it involves quite a lot of alcohol. You're wearing a seatbelt, but said something if it isn't. But it appears one of your kids isn't. No, they are. The seatbelt in this car is broken, so it's not recoiling properly. So he's got the seatbelt on across his lap, but it's not pulling tight across the shoulder. So we're going to use that as an excuse to see if we can swap out this hire car, basically. Yeah, I think generally, in terms of the quality of this vehicle, it's far lower than... Get Rolls, someone says. Do you know what? I've got a lot more love for Rolls Royces. Hey? No, Mrs. Geoff says no. No, Mrs. Geoff's not interested in a Rolls Royce. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be driving around...
They're too luxury.
I wouldn't be driving around without a seatbelt. They are too luxury. I like the Bentleys. Some of the Bentleys that we've seen have been really nice. And... like gold edition stuff. Right, there is a Lincoln Town car coming past on the left. Not a stretched one, which is quite odd. And that's an older car. So we've seen a couple of those around, but not many. I'm really into brown cars now since buying my cross country. Yeah.
If it was night and this road had no traffic lights and no cars.
Yeah.
In the Porsche, would you just get on this road and floor it?
It would be fun to do that, wouldn't it? But I suspect you'd get caught speeding. Because
yeah, but there'd be no speeding cameras.
I don't know. There might be cameras. The problem you've got in Dubai, there's like a grace. There's like a 20 kilometers an hour grace on speeding tickets. But as you go down towards Abu Dhabi, there's not. They're very harsh in their speeding fines. So my speeding fine, the one that I've seen, I've got a couple that I've seen yet, but I've paid for them. But the one I've seen a receipt for is I was doing 114 kilometers an hour in an 80, and that cost me over £200. which wasn't ideal. I think the hire company have a tracker on each one of their cars, and I guess they get a notification when a car goes over a certain speed, and then that person gets a WhatsApp asking them to kindly slow. I mean, they must do. If you're renting out Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all of these crazy cars, you'd have to have a tracker on them, because you know that the first thing people are going to do is drive at silly speeds. So it'd be interesting to talk to them about like the other side of Dubai car rental, because the other thing that I see a lot of when I've been to the hire place is lorries turning up with damaged cars on. So people must be hiring these cars and crashing them. There's the magic number 200 again. Yeah, there's the answer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's £200 for an aquarium, £200 for the Burj Khalifa, and £200 for a speeding ticket. £200 for a night out.
It is,
Everything is 200 quid, isn't it?
£200.
Yeah. Apart from the accommodation, which is cheaper. So at the minute we're in a really pimp apartment on the end of the Palm, but it's incredible. It's such a nice apartment, way better than the others that we've had. But we got it half price because between the hours of 10 and 5 they're doing building work upstairs, and we thought, oh, that's fine, that's okay for us. But it is incredibly noisy, isn't it? To the point where I couldn't film the video in the apartment. That's why we got it so cheap. But it's great. How about hiring a Bentley Missouri? What's a Bentley Missouri? I don't know which one that is. You don't mean a Mulsanne? I like the big Bentleys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really like brown metallic, and I've been seeing a couple of brown metallic Rolls Royces and Bentleys, and I've seen at least one that's two-tone, and on the bottom, white on the top, and it just looked fantastic. So there you go, Geoff going a bit market in Dubai. Right, how do we feel about this car now the roof's on? A tiny bit better.
I feel better.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's not.
Still there.
Yeah, we've got the aircon on. So are you cool enough? Or are you too hot? Too cold?
Fine.
Good. We're okay now. Older Mitsubishi going past there. Got a Lexus coming past on the left. You see quite a few Lexi
But Daddy,
out here. Yes, mate.
once you've seen the cars here, there's not much to commentate on.
Well, no, there's not. And the other thing is, they're all just driving around slowly in Dubai, aren't they? I mean, how much time do you think we've spent in Dubai sat at traffic lights?
Oh, loads.
So much time. They are the slowest traffic lights. A couple of comments there. Minimal Bentleys are built at the factory in Crewe behind my house. Yeah, aren't they? Some of them based on. See, that's it. Like, I put my foot down ago. It just takes so long for the car to respond and accelerate. It's quite frustrating. Mr. G, there's a longer comment there. Can you have a look at that? That one there.
Oh, I can't see, Joe.
What's it say?
Trouble is that real-time data feeds increasingly two-way, but also a reality in Dacia in the UK.
Yeah.
I'll never buy a late leather car of any kind. I haven't yet installed surveillance on motorbikes.
Good comment. Do you know who that is?
Who?
I'll tell you afterwards. Yes, that's absolutely spot on. It's Mike Yeadon, Pfizer. Absolutely spot on, GT380 man. They are putting all the surveillance stuff in modern cars, and like I said on my Ford Focus review as well, you now can't car that doesn't have all that tech installed, which means because all that stuff is expensive, it's no longer possible to buy a cheap car. It's insane. But as you quite rightly put, they've not yet all of that on motorbikes, but they're definitely coming for the motorbike scene.
Soon enough,
in a
we'll
big way.
have hoverbikes.
Soon enough, you'll have hover bikes. I'd like a hover bike. That'd be cool.
A hoverboard would be cool.
A hoverboard. Yeah, we were promised hoverboards in this dystopian future, but we've not got them yet. The Merc picked up much better than this one. Yeah, look, what's this? Right, I'm going to floor it now.
It's not even that far.
No, it's
Usually, Daddy,
yeah.
my head would literally do this.
Oh yeah, your head would fly back.
Fly, but on this, my head doesn't go back a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think was faster, the Mercedes or the Porsche?
Mercedes.
The Mercedes, yeah, I think. But it's kind of cheating though, because it had two turbos. Love motorbikes. Were decent cars. Missed that one. Have you heard about the motorhome ban in 2030? I'm going to do a video about that. Yes, I have. I don't think as well people are aware, Mustang coming past, just how much else is going on, because I'd also read somewhere a while ago there was going to be, what's this guy just walking down the hard shoulder?
Daddy, you see that red Mustang?
Yeah.
Bumblebee would look good being one of them.
Yeah, the red Mustang's definitely...
With 2 black.
Yeah, with 2 black stripes, definitely better than this.
Also a Dodge Challenger would be good.
So basically everything's better than this car. I've read somewhere that there's going to be a limit of how far you're allowed to tow a caravan coming in as well. And imagine the caravanners getting up in arms about that. I can't remember where I saw it. I definitely saw it in one of these dystopian documents, but I've not been able to find anything about it since. It was something like 30 miles. It'd be a 30-mile limit that you're allowed to tow a caravan, which obviously would be a massive change for tourism and freedom. You can't buy a Sprinter or Transit now and make a mobile home. Yeah, they've got really hot on all of that, haven't they? So they're getting more and more difficult.
In 2030, caravans won't be a thing.
Well, you might be right there. Yeah, the issue is that mobile is that's the key word, isn't it? They don't want us to be mobile. We all know that they want us to be confined to a 15-minute city. And I'll talk more about this when we leave Dubai. But I think that'll do. I think that's the end of the broadcast. Maybe a broadcast later on.
Now I can try and put a song on.
Now you can put a song on, yeah. We'll have a broadcast on the way home because we should be driving back at sunset, so that should be nice. And as we get into Dubai, it should get more interesting. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Please consider subscribing, as all Geoff would say. And do hit the like button. And yeah, let us know in the comments of any of the videos what you think of the Dubai series so far. Hopefully you're all enjoying it as much as we are. We'll continue to broadcast videos scheduled for 6 p.m. every evening, and we are absolutely ready to move on to Sri Lanka. I think
Sri Lanka's not going to be anything like
it's going to be totally different to Dubai, and we are very much looking forward to some proper scenery. It is a bit of a surfing trip in Sri Lanka, so we're going to get the kids on the surfboards, get Mrs. G on a surfboard.
But this country just isn't a surfing country.
No, there's no surfing in Dubai unless you're one of the fake lakes. And do you know how much it costs to go there?
£200.
£200. So there you go. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I'll check in with you later in the day. There's another big Chevrolet truck. Cheers for watching.
Now, can I